Hello everybody, this is Nightmare Acid bringing you another Capture the Flag match. And of course with me as always.
Nightmare Reapz, what's up, guys?
Alright, so uh the video's not playing, so oh yeah, it is playing. What the
Duh.
Alright, so tonight's topic is gonna be violence. That's what
Violence in Oakland.
well everywhere I guess, right?
Yeah, everywhere, but since we live in Oakland, I guess we're gonna. I don't know.
We're gonna focus a little bit more what happens in here, uh, what are the things that we see every day and oh my god, you just fell.
I thought Tequila killed him, that's why I run running. Cause look at that Semtex. I thought the Semtex killed him, dude.
Oh
So.
wow, that's me. Ooh, oh, drop shot. Ooh,
Ya te
ooh,
crees, perro.
ooh. Alright, so maybe some people is gonna be how you guys are talking about no violence and playing a war game, but
It's a video game. That's what you have to remember. It's a fucking video game. It's us pushing buttons in front of a TV. It's not going out robbing somebody with a knife and slitting their throat for money, like $10 that they have on them. But yeah.
yeah, because violence happens in here a lot, like extremely a lot. Like you have no idea in here in Oakland, California, how it is. Some people like to say like, oh, come over here and or like in this city or in my city or whatever, and you will see that violence in here is really bad, blah blah blah, and then like people will fuck you in here, blah blah blah. But to be honest, I haven't seen violence like in here. It's horrible. I mean, it's really bad how it gets in here. Yeah, what happened? You just got killed, right?
Yeah, I got fucking knifed.
All right. So um, in here you're gonna be seeing a lot of violence. Like for example, Reaper's cars have suffered, you know, a lot lately, and and if you want to see it in the violence way, it is violence. People like abusing or your stuff, whatever is yours, right? It's your money, it's your stuff. But the most things that you will see in here is like people getting shot, people dying because they will get robbed in the street. They will go and like get out of work, and they're going home, and someone will come and knife them, kill them, just for like 20, $30, $100, and that's the kind of violence that we live in here. Like, and when I say a lot, it's extremely a lot. So
Well, to put it in perspective, Oakland is the second most violent, dangerous, whatever you want to call it, city in the U.S. Uh, but that was like a year, maybe 2 years ago. I don't know if they've updated the stats or whatever, but and yeah, and like how Acid said earlier about my car, dude. Damn, my fucking poor car's been through so much time. Like, ugh, it's like it's just people don't have nothing else to do, and they just, yeah, I get it that a Honda is a very common brand, or like what do you call that? Like manufacturer. There you go. And people steal them and for parts and sell them and shit. But like,
well, your car got stolen already once, right?
yeah, I got stolen once, and thankfully they only took it out for a joyride, and the cops found it in front of elementary school, like about 3 days later. But they crashed it, and they bent the front axle, so my car was disaligned, the tires, and I didn't know. And then we went and bought a brand new set of tires, and it ate up that front right tire in about 2 months. And I had to go buy another one, and like, broken mirrors. Last thing that happened a few weeks ago was some guy tried to break in, and he basically just ripped off the frame on the door, which holds the keyhole, the handle, that whole little section of the door right there. It was just hanging off when I went outside because I wanted to go skate that day, and I was like, oh, and then that shit was there, and I was like,
But
whatever.
tell them about the mirror, how it happened, like,
The
like,
mirror. All right, so my mom was gonna give her mom, and yeah, that was it. So my
yeah.
mom, her boyfriend, they were gonna go give them a ride, and they were just parked out front of the house, and this fucking idiot. I don't want to be racist, and I'm not even gonna say anything, but this idiot just drove by scraping, thinking he's all that, and just clipped my mirror clean off of the car. And I'm thankful that he just hit the mirror and didn't scratch all along the side of the door and all that shit. But you know, and it was easy. We found it pretty cheap at a auto shop out here for $30, and I replaced it. And yeah, then like the front bumper, we replaced that. Had a whole bunch of dents on the doors. You have no idea how many times I've had to replace the stereo. That the first time it happened, I had no idea how to do it, and now I can do it with my eyes closed. And and like people out here, they just die. It's mostly because of gang bullshit. Like all the norteños, sureños, border brothers. It's all that. Like if you're affiliated with that, you'll die really easily. But it's really common. And yeah,
it
that's Oakland.
it's really common to see people, die every day. And one time, Ripper was telling me that Blake wouldn't believe that we hear gunshots every night, and we don't even get a scare or anything at this time anymore.
Yeah, now we're so used to it that me and Blake were talking on Skype one day, and I was like, "Oh, I just heard some gunshots in the background," and he's like, "Really?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Dude, you're lying." I'm like, "Dude, we get gunshots out here all the time." He's like, "No, you don't. Stop fucking with me." And I told Acid, and Acid told him, and Blake's like, "Oh, I don't even want to go visit you guys anymore."
It's just it's just really bad because first economy gets worse. Nobody wanna invest in the city because of the violence and stuff like that. And second, you can't even go out at night because all of these people stealing stuff, or, killing people for money or drugs, and that's another thing. We got at least two or three drug dealers in, like,
In every street corner.
yeah,
Like you drive down International, which is the main street out here, and there's people just posted on. Oh, that's a fail. There's people just posted on just the corners, just like 3 a.m., 4 a.m. They just posted selling drugs, fucking just doing stupid shit.
So the whole point about talking about violence tonight, it's to make people understand, like to give you idea. It's if you think that being in a gang or like stealing money or stuff like that, is gonna bring you in a, it's gonna put you in a good way in life, that you're get a gonna get a lot of money, and later on you're gonna be a fucking rich person or something like that. It's not gonna happen. It's just at the end you're just gonna die, like, because of it. Because if you give violence, you're gonna get violence back. It's just like everything. It's karma. I actually believe in that. Whatever you do in this life, you're gonna get it back, either it's good or bad. So, and one of the things that actually shocked the whole city, it was the history about this kid that got shot. I mean, he was a little boy and he got shot in the middle of the day, and it was in the news and everything. And he was like, I think
He was
2 years
he was
old,
2 years old.
and we saw the video on YouTube. His mom was crying, like, in the middle of the street, holding him dead, bleeding, just because these guys had some problems, like gangs. I don't know what it was. They had problems, and this little boy had to pay the price. So violence is not good in any way, and that's why we always say this with Reaper. We'd rather stay home and play video games and do this kind of stuff than go out and being in a gang, stealing money, selling drugs. All that shit is not gonna bring you anything good at the end. So yeah, think about it. It's or leave a comment. What do you think? What do you think about violence? Uh, how is the violence in your city? Like, let us know. A comment, it's never extra for it. It's just something good. Like that. Let us know that you are actually out there and you listen to what we talk about in the commentaries. So, what about you, Rick? What you gotta say? Painkiller
Well,
forever.
yeah, painkiller. No, it's just like since we're so used to it, like for us, it's so lightly to talk about. But like Blake, for example, just with gunshots, Mahina, like if he saw that little kid die on the street, I bet he'd be traumatized for life, and he wouldn't want to be out here ever again. Damn, fucking painkiller. And it's just sad, and like that little boy, Cause it was like a drive-by or something, and two guys were wounded, and he ended up dying, and they made a mural for him and stuff. But yeah, it's just the world we live in and where we come from, I guess. But we turned out pretty good, and we're running out of time, so guess we're gonna start saying our goodbyes. And look at Insane right there. It's so rare to play with Insane, but he still plays. So heh
Yeah,
Tweety.
he's a Nimer. So that's a fail replay.
No, no, look. Oh, it killed him. See, it still killed him.
Oh.
Wasn't a fail.
All right. So have a good night. Good,
Subscribe.
and we will see you guys soon.
Later.
Remember to comment.